Yes, I'm David Norheim. I'm responsible for business development in Brønnøysund Registry. In this program, I'm part of the Change Advisory Board. I would put it into maybe three areas. The one is to create that infrastructure of digital documents that allows us to get rid of paper, not just because paper is inefficient, but because paper doesn't provide the trails we need to for instance, fight financial crime. So that's one area. The second area is the availability of the data for the benefit of the business. The business has, with digital data, you have an ability to get more real-time overview of your economy, and thereby also have an access to, for instance, credit. So part of the NSG's vision is to enable the business to have a better basis for growth. The last thing I want to emphasize is much more far-reaching vision, and it's to use this infrastructure so that we can carry the information we need to be more accurate in reporting sustainability measures. For instance, if you put product information within the transaction, a project in an accounting system can harvest all the products that you've included in, for instance, building this building. If you can do that, you can get rid of this consultant that just try to do this afterwards. You have the real data in there, and NSG is. When we established the NSG we're talking about now, we have this basis for adding that information on top, and that would be extremely beneficial. The digital documents is just your invoice, the orders, the receipts that you get daily. We're all used to digital in your net bank. You're used to this digital invoice coming in. You don't punch in the codes anymore. But we're not there yet with receipts, for instance. We're not there yet with the detail we need in the business-to-business area. So it's we've gotten rid of the cash. We still have this kind of paper trail when it comes to documents. So when we get rid of that and make those digital as well, then we have a basis for a much more efficient use of the data. I think to realize this, it's not what the government normally does. We are not building a system this time. Now we are going to try to get rid of, we're going to do the change in the society. We're going to enable businesses to use business systems, accounting systems, and that poses quite a different challenge. We need to include the private sector with us because they are the enablers, so we need to be more open to their suggestions and need to be also aware of the changes we need to do in regulation to come there. And we are aware of this, but it's easy to just think that, oh, we're building something. That's not what we are doing. We may have to build some functions, but not too much. First, I would say to the business vendor that, we want to help you get rid of the paper. I mean, you're doing a good job with OCR, but you're not catching all the information we want. We want to get rid of those paper documents and get you into this flow of transaction data. And what can you do to help us there, and what do we need to do? We may need to help you with validating the data, for instance, showing that it's not a fraudulent company that sends an invoice. Okay, maybe you need real-time lookup data. We need to make sure that the data about the account, bank account in there is actually to that company that asked for the money. So we can do a lot of things together. But the end goal is that you, and as a business vendor, actually make those data available again to the benefit of the business. Because the business is our end user, the SME is the one we want to enable to control their own data. And today there's a little bit too much lock-in in the business vendor, between the business vendors. If you're born digital, as we say, if you start your business out with these digital tools like a digital accounting system, you will basically get a lot of services from that system for free. If they're unable to do invoice in digital, then you don't get your invoices in the email box or on paper. You get them straight in. You get a real-time overview of your financial situation, and they have the quality of the data that the reporting to the government will also be very easy. So you get time to spend on what you want to do as a business. That's what you get out of it, and also the benefit of having this real-time overview to know when to go to the bank to ask for money for growth, for instance. So it should be a big benefit to the SME.